Independent Lives Fact Sheet 3.1 Making a Job Offer. Throughout this fact sheet, we use the abbreviation PA for personal assistance and DP for direct payments. Page 1. Introduction. Once you have interviewed and selected a suitable candidate for your job, you will need to offer them the job formally. This fact sheet guides you through all the things that you need to do before your new PA starts work with you. Section 1. Making a job offer. Once you have interviewed and chosen the successful candidate, you will need to offer them the job. Section 1.1. Making a verbal job offer. You should initially phone the successful candidate to offer them the job, and we strongly advise that you offer the job subject to satisfactory references and a Bbs check. Page 2. Section 1.2. Making a written job offer. Once you have verbally offered the successful candidate the job, you should follow this up with a written offer letter as soon as possible. If you wish, you can use Template Job Offer Letter Support Sheet 3.1a for these purposes. The letter must include the following information: job title, hourly rate, length of probationary period, holiday entitlement 5.6 weeks, and that the job has been offered, subject to satisfactory references and a Bbs check. Even if your PA begins work with you immediately after you've offered them the job on the phone, you should still give them a job offer letter to keep for their records. This will put the employment on a positive formal footing and give the PA a good impression of you as an employer. It will also be useful if there are any disagreements later on. At this stage, if the candidate does not meet the conditions, i.e. satisfactory references and Bbs check, you can withdraw the job offer. If this is the case, the candidate can't take any action against you for breach of contract unless the job offer has been withdrawn for reasons of unlawful discrimination. Once you have sent the offer letter, you should take up references from the 2 referees the candidate has given you details of. Section 1.3 Unsuccessful Candidates. It is good practice to contact unsuccessful candidates to let them know that they did not get the job. Some candidates may ask for feedback on why they did not get the job. If you provide feedback, it should focus on aspects they could reasonably improve for future success. So, for example, providing better examples when answering questions. It is vital that you do not refuse people the job for discriminatory reasons. So, for example, because they have childcare responsibilities. Please see Avoiding Discrimination in PA Employment, Fact Sheet 2.5 for more information on this. Page 3. It is sensible to maintain a favourable view of you and your job among candidates who may be suitable for casual work and/or other jobs you may advertise in future. When you contact these candidates to let them know they have been unsuccessful, it is good practice to ask if they would mind you keeping their details on file in case you have any work for them in the future. This way you can contact the applicants directly should a new job open up. Section 2. References. It is vital that you take up at least 2 references on any prospective PA before you make your job offer unconditional. References will enable you to obtain information about a candidate's employment history, qualifications, and skills and experience, as well as their general suitability for the post. They will also enable you to confirm that everything the candidate has stated on their application form is true. If you have made a conditional job offer subject to satisfactory references and you are not happy with the references you receive, you can withdraw the job offer without being in breach of contract. Section 2.1. Who can supply a reference? Everyone who applies for your job must provide you with details of 2 people who will provide a reference. These are referees. One of these should be a workplace or academic referee, so their previous manager, supervisor or teacher, and the other can be a personal referee, so for example, a friend or a colleague on their application form. If they wish, they can provide you with 2 workplace references instead of a personal one. You should not take out a reference from a member of the candidate's family because they may not always provide an honest opinion of the candidate. The candidate must confirm that they have the referee's permission before providing you with their details. Section 2.2. Taking up references. You can phone or write to referees. If you take out a reference by phone, you may wish to have the referee confirm the contents of your conversation in writing. If you do, you should post, email or fax them your notes from the conversation and ask them to sign to confirm that these are correct. Page 4. Independent Lives has produced 2 support sheets to assist you with taking up references. If you wish to take up a reference on the phone, please use Telephone Reference Request Support Sheet 3.3a. Alternatively, if you wish to take up a reference in writing, please use Written Reference Request Support Sheet 3.3b. Section 3. Bbs Checks. A Bbs check is a process which enables you to check if your potential PA has a criminal record. The information is provided by the Disclosure and Barring Service, which is a government agency that can disclose police records for eligible jobs. PA work is a regulated activity, meaning that it involves close personal contact with children or vulnerable adults on a regular basis, and therefore PA roles can be offered subject to a Bbs check. You can then use the information provided to make safer recruitment decisions by identifying candidates who may be unsuitable for certain work, so for example, work involving children or vulnerable adults. A Bbs check is intended to complement other vetting processes you use, such as interviews and reference checking. If you want to arrange a Bbs check for a PA, please contact Independent Lives to discuss the process. Section 4. Once all the checks are complete. When the Bbs and reference checks come back, you should review them to check that you are happy with them. If you are, you should agree a start date with your PA if you have not already done so. Once you agree that you are happy to go ahead, this means that you have made the PA an unconditional offer of employment. Once the candidate has accepted an unconditional offer of work, a contract of employment exists between you and your new PA. If you withdraw the job offer at this stage, the employee could potentially sue you for breach of contract. If the employee starts work without a written contract of employment, see Section 5, it will show that they accepted the job on the terms offered by you verbally. Page 5. Independent Lives has produced a fact sheet, Employment Contracts and Written Statements Fact Sheet 4.3, which provides full guidance on all aspects of this area of PA employment. Section 5, Employment Contracts. An employment contract is an agreement between you and your PA which reflects the rights, responsibilities and duties that you both have in the employment relationship. These are called the terms of the contract and are legally enforceable. An employment contract exists as soon as your PA accepts your offer of employment, whether or not the contract is written down at this stage. Starting work proves that your PA accepts the terms, so for example, rate of pay and hours, offered by you either verbally or in the offer letter. Issuing a written employment contract as soon as your PA starts work is good practice because it ensures everyone is clear about their rights and responsibilities, and it will be very helpful if there is a disagreement later on. It is important to note that your PA is entitled by law to receive a written statement setting out the main particulars of their employment within 2 months of starting work with you. This is called a written statement of employment particulars. A written statement must include the key details, particulars, of the employment. These are employer and employee's name and address, job title and brief job description, you should attach the job description, start date of the employment, rate and method of pay, hours of work, holiday entitlement, where the employee will be working, including the address, sick pay arrangements, any notice periods that apply, information about disciplinary and grievance procedures, and details of the type of employment contract that exists, so for example, permanent, fixed term, including the end date, casual or 0 hours. Page 6. Independent Lives has produced an example employment contract, written statement of employment particulars, support sheet 4.3a, which you can use for these purposes. This fact sheet has been produced by Independent Lives for use within its advice and support services. We aim to ensure the information is as up-to-date and accurate as possible, but do be aware some of the content is subject to change. If you would like further advice on this topic, or to access to any of the fact sheets or support sheets referred to in this document, please visit www.independentlives.org or call us on 08 456 01 2399 or 01 903 219 482. This has been fact sheet number 3.1 and the version was created on the 22nd of November 2016.